When you go to Cuba and go to the archive, there isn't a file saying Chinese in Cuba. You really have to look everywhere. So I thought of, well, for the roughly half of the Chinese indentured laborers that survived their atrocious experiences, I thought, what would they be doing? And they were doing things that former slaves were doing. They were trying to buy property. They were getting married. They were baptizing their children. They were working. So I looked in all those kinds of documents that would kind of show what kinds of things people were engaged in. One of the biggest repositories were these notarial records. And this is where a Chinese would go to make sure that it's in the record, that they have their full Chinese name, and their inheritance that they're giving to younger generations. And so they're kind of reclaiming that part of their identity that had been lost under indenture. The collection it seems like the majority of the documents come from the period of indenture, but there also are a lot from the 1880s. This is a period that I still think we need more work to be done on to really understand that transition and the formation of families and communities. So there are some baptism records, for example, of children being born to a Chinese man and a Cuban woman. And, that can open up a whole set of questions. Who were the godparents, for example? Who did they choose? It was no longer now that they had to get their plantation owner or the local priest to serve as a witness. So who were they going to choose? Would it be other people from the community? Would it be former slaves? Would it be former Chinese indentured laborers? It really gives you an idea of what kinds of networks they were developing.